So welcome to another episode of the Golden Bear Video Podcast. I'm Clifford Kasson, Deputy Superintendent here at Vestal Central School District, and really proud to have with us is Patti Fitzgerald. Patti Fitzgerald currently is a bus driver here in our district, and I've known her for a lot of years, and she does a wonderful job. And I remember at the middle school when I worked there, at the high school, often getting on your bus and talking to you, and she always is a strong supporter of our students in our school community, and we're here to hear her story today. So welcome, Patti.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, definitely glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us a little bit about your early years? You grew up in Vestal, correct?
Yeah, I'm definitely a Vestal resident for sure. I went to school, started kindergarten at Clayton Avenue.
Okay.
And in fifth grade or sixth grade, I had a class over at the Red Brick Building, over here by the administration office.
That's cool. So not many people know about that Red Brick Building. I've seen pictures of it. It was actually right out in the parking lot,
here. Yep.
Right by Main Street. Kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And was that always a school building? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't even know what year that school even started. But then I also went to a middle school here at the Central Junior High Building.
Oh, you did, right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I went to the high school, over at the high school, and at that time they did not have that addition onto the side.
Right, where the pool, was the pool there?
Yes.
Okay, the pool, because that was an addition at one point. Okay, but the addition that comes out towards Transportation Department now.
That's correct.
Yeah,
that's correct. Right. I really had some really great times going to school here. I had a principal like Mr. Hoover and great. Chuck McGlenn as a gym teacher and Mr. Barron. You can't forget Mr. Barron.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know?
Yep.
But Vestal was...
Is that the guy? I've seen pictures. He had the cigar?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I've heard stories about him.
Super guy.
Yeah, I heard awesome,
guy.
right?
Yeah, super guy. Okay. And then after school, I went away for college, and I got a little homesick, so I came back. Okay. And I started working at IBM. And I was working over there for 29 some years, and then IBM sold us off. Okay. And then
were you in a certain department in IBM?
IBM sold certain areas of that.
Oh, I see. Right.
So then I went to work for EIT, and I lost a brother back in 2008. I said to my mother, you know what, I'm going to go for a job change. Yeah. So I decided to drive school bus. Yeah. And school bus is a job where you have to love kids.
That's right.
Yes. You got to have a lot of patience, you know. And like you said during our talk prior to this, the students are the first ones you see. Yeah, first ones you see in the morning, and the last ones they see when they go home.
Yeah, our bus drivers, right?
Yeah. And being a bus driver, you got to remember. I was a kid one time, so I understand some of their tricks.
I know. People think like we don't know, but hey, we were kids. We know what it was like. And we tried things on the bus and classrooms. Definitely.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's great. I just want to warn some of the people watching this video. Please obey the stop signs on our school buses.
Very good.
Our school buses have a camera in the front, in the windshield, and they also have them on the side. And they can tell right off the bat if you go through. They pick up your license plates very well.
Yeah,
it is.
Thanks for bringing that up, because I just want our audience to know that. So we have just over 60 buses, and all 60 are equipped with a side camera and a camera, like you said, in the windshield. And that any time a bus is stopped, red lights are on, and the stop arm is out, those cameras are always recording anyway. But they're recording if a car goes by, a stopped bus with those lights on. We pick up the license plate, the car, we can often see the driver in that vehicle. And then our process is that the driver reports it to our transportation supervisor. And then we have those tapes, and we give those tapes to our school resource officers.
That's correct.
Yeah, and they use Vestal Police Department, then investigates, and they follow up with those drivers and issue tickets or summons or whatever the case is. So it's a really good system we have here with our drivers. Our buses are well equipped, and then we also have a great working relationship with Vestal Police Department.
Right. That's correct.
Yeah.
I will say that I've been a bus driver now for going on 11 or 12 years, and our bus drivers really take their job very serious.
Yeah.
We have a really good staff, and we try to work with each other, stuff like that. When people are out, we try to, cover each other runs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's a really good system over there.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, every time I see our drivers, are always number one thought is, how can they do a great job for our students, make sure they're driving them safely, and the students are on the bus, get off the bus, and they have an enjoyable ride.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so important because students, especially our young students, being nervous coming to school, right, and whatever, and then they see the bus driver, that welcoming face, and that kind of sets them at ease.
During the mask time, you didn't have to tell a student hardly once to put on their mask.
Yeah.
In fact, when you open up the door and they don't have a mask on, all you have to do is just go like this, and they know immediately what they have to do, and they really stand by that. Right now, today, I probably have on my bus, I probably have 4 students that wear a mask.
Yeah. And
high school, and elementary students.
Yeah, and we respect that. Anyone who wants to wear a mask, definitely. I know I do in some meetings. If someone's wearing a mask, I'm in a smaller meeting room, I put it on as courtesy also, just to, because they have a mask on, I'll put one on also. No big deal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think it's great, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Also, on our buses, for safety, we do have cameras inside our buses also.
Correct. We have 3 cameras on each side of the bus.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, those cameras can actually pick up, I don't know how many feet outside the buses.
Oh.
They can, on each side.
Yeah, I see. It goes through the window on the opposite side. Okay. Yeah.
And those cameras and those buses, I'm going to use me for an example. If I have a problem on the bus and I stand up to talk to address the problem, I'm getting all recorded.
That's true.
Okay. Even the kids are getting recorded. So if there is a problem and they do call in a parent, they just pull up the tape. Yeah. And the tape tells it all.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and it has audio also. Yeah.
Another good thing that I do every once in a while, I'll do sports trips. And I really like them. They have it's a great bunch of kids.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And
it's always better on the return trip, because I used to coach a lot if you win, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's good.
Yeah. So you've been driving, you said 11 years?
I'm going on between 11 and 12 years. I've been doing that.
Thank you so much for that. I mean, it's not easy, because what time do you get up in the morning?
Well, I have to be at the bus garage at 5 after 6.
Yeah.
And my first student gets actually picked up around 6:28.
Yeah.
And they get dropped off at about 20 after 7 at the high school.
At high school, right.
So they're on there pretty good.
Yeah. People don't realize, I mean, you're getting up early when everyone else is still sleeping. You're already here at the bus garage, getting your bus ready and getting ready to make.
And I got to give a little hand out to the Vestal Highway Department, because they really try to keep our roads pretty good when we have snow and stuff. And it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I mean, our dedication of our drivers, and you also think about transportation department, our mechanics. We have really top-notch mechanics.
Very good.
That service our buses, and our administrative staff does a great job with helping with the routes, and if a driver is ill or something like that, trying to adjust routes and find substitute drivers. And so we do have a really strong department.
Right.
And it is all for our students and our school community.
Right.
Which is great.
There's a lot of people out there that will ask me, well, how come you guys got to get so many buses every year?
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, they run the buses for a good 90-some thousand.
Yeah.
Before they go into auction with them.
Right. And close to 10 years.
Yeah. Right. And they got to keep 3 or 4 for spare buses.
That's right. Yeah. Because DOT, I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, they inspect those buses, I think, monthly. The DOT comes in, so you have to have that bus in the bus garage. DOT actually comes to our transportation facility, right? And they go through the series with the mechanics. And so you might be driving a different bus while your bus is being inspected.
Correct.
Yeah. So we have to have those spare buses. Yeah. That's interesting.
It's a really good operation over there.
Yeah, it certainly is.
It is.
So Patty, I've known you for a long time, and you also are on the Vestal Town Board, correct?
Correct. I've been on the Vestal Town Board since I think 2008.
Okay.
To be honest with you, when I graduated in 1971, I would have never ever expected to be in this position.
Right.
But it's fun, since I lived here all my life, I know a little bit, what's going on and stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes we make people happy, and sometimes we don't. Just like the school.
That's right.
Sometimes we make people happy, and
try your best, but
exactly.
you have to make a decision at the end of the day, and not everyone agrees.
Exactly.
Do your best that you can.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would like to touch on one thing, though. I was talking to Cliff on the way up here.
Yeah.
The town is going to go forward to do a new pool.
Yeah, right. The outside pool.
The outside pool.
There.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're going to go in and put in a new pool, a new bathhouse, a brand new splash park. So you'll be seeing some work done over there. And the school works very well with our rec department of giving them fields and stuff to do their summer programs and stuff.
Right.
And I encourage that. That's very good.
Yeah, it's a great working environment we have with the town.
Yeah.
Even our indoor, like our gymnasiums we use, we share that when they're not available.
Right.
I mean, when we don't need them for our school's activities, but then they're available for the town rec.
Right.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And a lot of our students work for town rec.
Correct.
In the summer.
In the summertime.
It's a really great collaboration.
Yeah. In fact, we even use a lot of our school coaches.
Yes, we do.
For our head programs.
Yeah.
It is.
That's great.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting news, a new pool and everything, a splash pool, a new building. Wow, that's awesome.
So that's one good thing we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a nice location for that pool, It is right there in the center of town.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for all your work you do there also.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, definitely.
It is.
So is there anything that you want to talk about last minute before we conclude our program?
That's good. Vestal is a great town to live in. I've lived in here all my life. The school district is probably one of the top, and our kids who go away to college are really doing great. And it's funny because the kids who you have on your bus that graduate, and you see them later on during the years, they always remember who you are. They always speak to you, and you ask them what they're doing and stuff. Yeah. And it's wonderful.
Isn't it? I mean, I really do. I mean, we have a great community where, like you were saying earlier, our students really, they follow the rules and they understand the right thing to do, and they're just good people. And a lot of that, I mean, we have a strong community that helps raise our children that way in our school system, and then academically we prepare them well for beyond, the school system, and then socially and emotionally. It's awesome. It takes everyone that does it, right? It's everyone here. It takes a village, and we are really fortunate. I love living in Vestal, and I love working in Vestal. And it's like I wouldn't want to go anywhere else, it is great. Yeah. So, and we are number one. That's right. Exactly. That's the school, so we are number one. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And it's people like you that help us be there. So thank you so much for all your efforts, and
you're welcome.
I work with that 100%. So, so when we conclude here, I want to give you a highly coveted Vestal Golden Bear pen.
Oh, good.
So there you go. Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
You.
And you're welcome. And then we always conclude our shows with stay golden.
Stay golden. You're right.